Hello, this is Catherine Dubberly, the Answer Lady. I'm a big fan of KISS looms, and I am cooperating with Kelly at KISS to present to you a whole series of looming techniques especially for KISS. We're going to do this on all sorts of KISS looms, so you get to see every basic technique on your own loom. Welcome and enjoy. Let's look at the knit stitch on a KISS loom for a minute. We've already cast on here and knitted off the cast on, so we're ready to just continue for however long we want. There are a couple of things to remember. First is, some people don't knit the first stitch. This is called slipping the stitch. If it's going to be seamed, suppose this is the side of a sweater, I would probably go ahead and knit it, which means wrapping it like that. If it is not going to be seamed, let's say it's the side of a scarf, I would probably slip it. The reason is that the slipping makes a nice neat edge, but the wrapping and knitting makes it easier to seam. So let's assume we're making a scarf and start U-wrapping. U-wrap is the normal knit stitch for a KISS loom, and it's very easy to do and it comes out very even. These are called the pins. I'm going to point with my tool. The slender, straight rods. These are called the pegs. We go behind pin number 1, in front of the peg, behind the pin, in front of the peg, behind, in front. Some KISS loomers like to use an emptied out ballpoint pen casing as a yarn guide. The point of this is that it keeps you from wrapping overly tightly. My personal preference is to let the yarn run through my fingers because I've learned what tension I want to use and I can keep it more even that way. Either is a possibility. Now each stitch is U-wrapped. You just saw me knit over the final stitch to anchor the whole row, and we'll go back and we'll knit over every other stitch. Knit, knit, lift the piece of yarn, making sure not to split it with your tool, up and over. It's going over the last stitch and over the end of the peg. You want to avoid getting too energetic and accidentally flipping it over the pin, which will cause it to tangle up the knitting later. Just go over the peg. Now the yarn is on the right hand end. It started on the left hand end. I'm going to slip the first peg. In other words, don't wrap it, don't knit it. And this time I'll go a little bit faster. I'm never going to get up to full speed on this video, but it gets to be a very fast and smooth stitch. And I always knit my last one wrapped first because that fastens it and I don't lose anything after that. Alright, we just about have 2 rows knitted. See how simple that is? And this is really the only sensible way to do the knit stitch on the KISS loom. You could do some other ways that you've learned, but this loom is designed with this stitch in mind, so it's the one I always use.